The ODS-II represents 15 years of evolution for both our company and myself technically as an engineer and a guitar player. It embodies a lot of the ideas of the original ODS in terms of what it does. However, it expands the flexibility substantially. Ideas that came in other products later on in the company development, like the casino amps, have sort of backwashed into this product, where you have a gain boost that doesn't kill your tone controls, multi-position bright switch, a killer digital reverb, a lot of flexibility, and a 6-way foot controller so you can run it all without running back and forth to the amp. We're going to start with the clean channel on a Les Paul. This is just straight in, no reverb from the amp at all. I'm going to show you the 3-position bright switch. It's basically off in the center. Up is one group of frequencies, a little more deep into the mid-range. If I go down, it's there, but a little more subtle. You have a deep switch which fills in your lower octave if you're using single coils or a guitar that needs a little bit of a bass boost. You have the EQ switch, the upper being a more aggressive higher gain rock type of an EQ, the lower setting being a more neutral studio type of EQ, like a jazzy kind of almost acoustic sound with an electric guitar. And the center position is a tone stack bypass. Now, it should be noted that you have a gain boost, which you can get from pulling on the gain pot or use the foot switch. But in addition, you have a tone stack bypass. So you've got 2 levels of additional gain on top of the stock channel. So I've got next a treble control, which pulls for mid boost. The mid pot, which obviously controls mid-range, but also changes the mid-boost frequency. So here's my mid-boost. Here's my mid-boost frequency shift, which moves me further down towards the bass for a little more fatness. And then I've got my bass control. And finally, I've got a master for that channel. And what's cool is if the master is up and the gain is down, I've got a very good real nice clean tone, unaltered. I can run my master down, I can push my gain up, I can kick in a little bit of a gain boost. Get a little more juice out of it. So that's my clean channel run, semi-dirty. And for the icing on the cake, we'll put the gain boost in and bypass the tone controls. Remember, I'm still in the clean channel now. So you can hear we've got a lot of flexibility from both immaculate Fender-y style cleans to a pretty raunchy bluesy overdrive, all in channel 1. And finally, in this segment of the video, we're going to show you what the reverb sounds like. The reverb is a digital reverb. That was driven for a number of reasons, the strongest of which is that reverb pan quality has gotten pretty grim in the last couple of years. Reverb pans can break from transporting them because they're electromechanical. And digital technology has moved ahead so far that we've got a technology now we're really happy with that's warm and analog sounding. So here's your reverb. This is the amp reverb. It has a decay control for a short decay. And you can increase that decay. A pan is probably around the 1 o'clock position. Got tons of available reverb gain if you're into sounding like Dick Dale, maybe. So there's a lot of reverb on tap. And finally, the master for the entire amp is down here. That controls both channels level. And you've got an accent control, which works like a presence control to give a little bit more snap to the high end. Customer demand brought us to putting a power switch with standby function on the front panel, no more reaching in the back. So it's a fairly versatile amp, and that covers channel 1 of the ODS-II. Now we're going to run through the clean channel using a Strat style guitar. This is G&L Legacy with Zex coil pickups, which is a hum-free vintage sounding Fender replacement pickup that we really like a lot. The ODS-II represents 15 years of accumulated ideas from manufacturing the original ODS, and some of the newer products have brought us some discoveries and enhancements in improving the tonality and the flexibility of amps. And we decided that the ODS-II was going to represent not only the sound qualities everybody loved in the ODS-I, but greater flexibility. Comes standard with a 6-way Footswitch. It has 2 discrete channels, a dedicated clean, as well as a separate dirt channel, and it shares a common master and presence and a really killer digital reverb. So basically it's a very flexible platform. You've got a gain control which pulls for gain boost. You can also access that through the Footswitch. What's unique about it is it keeps the tone controls operational. It's not a tone stack bypass. You have a tone stack bypass in addition to that, but that is not a tone stack bypass. It's strictly a gain boost. You've got a bright switch with 3 positions, center position being off, 2 frequencies of operation, up or down, one more subtle than the other, a deep switch to fill in your low end should you need it, a 3-position EQ switch, the upper being a more rock and roll style EQ, more gain, more mid-range, the lower being a more studio style EQ, a little bit more lean, a little more natural. You've got standard treble, middle, and bass controls. The treble control pulls for a mid boost. The mid boost pulls to change that boost frequency, so you can alter the mid boost operation to your taste and your guitar. And then it has a channel master, which is cool because you can run that master up and gain down and have a clean channel. If you run your master down and your gain up and start kicking in some boost, you can get some dirt. So let me show you that real quick. Here's the guitar straight in. I'll show you the gain boost just briefly here. Show you the bright switch. Deep switch. And your EQ switch. This is the higher gain position 1. This is the more lean. And finally, when you're in the middle position, you've got tone stack bypass. So here's your mid boost. This is your mid boost shift. And now if I combine my gain boost, my tone stack bypass, and I reduce my master volume, lo and behold, I've got a quasi-dirty clean channel in that case. The amp has a killer digital reverb. We went to a digital reverb because of inconsistencies in the quality of reverb pans. The last couple of years, the quality and consistency has declined, and digital technologies marched ahead and really produced some great sounding stuff. We've incorporated a digital reverb in here. It's mixed through the effects loop, so it's a side chain effect. It does not impinge on your clean tones or dirt tones when you're not using it. So here's the reverb in the amp with a short decay. We can increase that decay quite a bit. And if you get your level just right, you can pretty much approximate a reverb pan with the digital reverb. Both channels share a common master volume. They also share a common accent control, which works like a presence control, adds a little bit more punch on top. And that covers the clean channel with a Strat style guitar of the ODS-II. Now we're doing the dirt channel with a Les Paul. It's a very sensitive channel to your picking attack. It's a very sensitive channel to your guitar volume. It has an enormous amount of flexibility through the gain boost, the tone stack bypass, and the various EQ functions. Everything's controlled by a 6-way Footswitch, which gives you mid and gain boost per channel, channel selection, and the reverb kill. That's included with the amp. Let's go through the various functions of the channel. This is the dirt channel with the guitar turned down. You've got an input gain control. on which you have a pull gain boost, which is also foot controllable. So I can add probably about 5 or 6 dB on top of stock gain. My bright switch, being 3 positions, gives me 2 different frequencies. The middle is off. Up is further into the mid-range. If I go down, it's a little more subtle. I have a deep switch, which fattens up my bottom end. I've got my EQ switch, which is 3 positions. Up is a higher gain, more rock style EQ with more mid-range and more drive. The lower position is the more jazzy, more studio type, a little more lean EQ, a little bit less gain overall. So here's the top setting. I go down. And if I go in the middle, I bypass my tone controls. So that covers basically the input portion of that second channel. The output section gives you an input gain control, an output master, and an output tone control. What's great about that is if you're looking to do a woman tone, you go to your rhythm pickup, you turn your tone down. And as you bring that up, your high end opens up a little. And with a little bit of presence and a little bit of boost, I got a pretty decent sort of Beano sound, if you will. Typically you'll run this in the middle. If I go to my bridge pickup now, if I'm low and play light, we'll add some gain boost to that first. And then finally we'll bypass the tone stack for over the top levels of gain. And that's the ODS-II dirt channel. Today we have chosen the Full House 50. That is the middle of what we call our casino line. The product names are all inspired by casino themes. We've got the Blackjack 21, our most popular model of the series right now. We have the Full House 50, which is of course 50 watts, and they're made in a head, a standard size combo, which is 21 inches tall, or our mini combo, which is 17 inches tall. An awesome grab and go, little small package for throwing in the trunk and taking to small gigs and jam sessions. Very cool. Their wattages are pretty much reflected by their model number. So the Full House 50 is a 50 watt amp. It's 2 channels. It has a gain boost that works on both the clean and the dirt channel. The gain boost is user adjustable. It's factory preset to about 4 dB, which we found to be about the most sweetest spot for the difference between, say, a Strat and a Les Paul humbucker, to even them out or to give them a little bit more juice. The cool thing about the boost is your tone controls work when your boost is operating as well. So you don't lose your tone controls when you go to a gain boost mode, as you do on many, many amps that simply take the tone controls out of the circuit to get their boost. Let me give you a little preview of the clean channel here. This is just a straight clean channel. Now what's cool is I can throw the boost on top of that and I can get things a little bit hairier. Now right now my guitar is about 3/4. If I push my guitar a little harder now that my boost is on, So that's your boosted clean channel, which is really nice. It's got a little bit of snarl when you need it. Now I'm going to kick over to the dirt channel. What's cool about the dirt channel is it's very sensitive to you as a player, how hard you hit the guitar and where your guitar volume is. So your dirt channel can essentially be clean. And all of that coming from my guitar volume. Now, if I throw my boost on top of that, so that basically shows you the 4 gain settings available in the amp. The amps all feature the same exact circuitry, the same circuit boards, the same chassis. The only differences are the size of the transformers and the choice of power tube, obviously that affects the wattage. It has a really nice digital reverb built in that has not only a dwell control to control the decay, but a volume control as well. So you can have a nice, real clean. And I can shorten my decay, obviously, just by how I have things adjusted. It has a series-only buffered loop on the back, 4, 8, and 16 ohm outputs. And for more information, check our website at fuchsaudio.com. What I'm playing today is a G&L Strat with Zex coil pickups. It's basically a noise-free, vintage-sounding Strat pickup, and I'm going to give you a little touch of the clean channel here all by itself with a drop of digital reverb. Now I'm going to throw a little bit of boost on top of that just to show you how you can get a little bit of snarl out of your clean channel by tying in the boost. Not totally dirty, but just a little bit more hair on it, a little bit more punch. Now I'm going to go over to the drive channel. And you'll see as I control my guitar volume, I can adjust how intense my distortion will be. So with the guitar down, now if I kick my boost in, I take my guitar down maybe a third of the way. And you can see there's a ton of gain on tap, just depending on how you operate the Footswitch. The amp features treble, middle, and bass controls, which are shared between the 2 channels. Has an awesome digital reverb with a decay control and a level control. It gives you a lot of flexibility without sounding like it has what we call digititis. It's a real warm, round reverb that everybody seems to really like. And we've also introduced this year our Artist Footswitch, which is now an option on this series. The standard Footswitch is a 2-way, overdrive and gain boost. The Artist Footswitch adds a mid boost, and it brings your gain boost and overdrive on the Footswitch, and also gives you the ability to shut the reverb off as well. That's available as an option on the Casino series. So I'm going to start in the clean channel with the rhythm pickup. These are Zex coils on a Sweetwood Telecaster. And I'm just going to give you a taste of what the thing can do. So this is clean. Now I'll drop my guitar a little bit, throw on my gain boost. Little middle pickup action for you. Now I'm going to kick over to my dirt channel, and you'll see that the dirt channel is very sensitive to how hard you hit the guitar and your guitar volume. So you can go from an essentially clean tone on the dirt side, and as you start bringing things up, now I'm going to bump the boost in just to show you how we can get a little bit more over the top. And that's a Full House 50 from Fuchs.